One common question that we hear after a healthcare provider or supplier enrolls in the Medicare program is, what do I do next? The answer is that you can now enroll with Electronic Data Interchange, or EDI. This allows you to submit and receive electronic transactions from Medicare so that you can receive faster payments. So if you've just enrolled, watch this video and understand your requirements for billing electronic claims and enrolling for electronic transactions. The first thing that you should know about EDI and electronic transactions is that it's a requirement for providers with a few exceptions. This is called the Administrative Simplification Compliance Act, which prohibits payments for services that are not electronically billed to Medicare. As I mentioned, there are exceptions to this requirement. Some of the exceptions apply to the billing provider overall, and others apply only to certain claims. So let's look at those situations, which include small provider claims, roster billing claims, claims under a demonstration project requiring paper claims, Medicare secondary payer claims when there is more than one primary payer, claims submitted by beneficiaries or managed care plans, dental claims, claims for services or supplies furnished outside of the U.S. by non-U.S. providers, disruption in electricity or communication connections outside of the provider's control expected to last more than 2 business days, and claims from providers that submit fewer than 10 claims per month on average during a calendar year. Now, if the situation you experience is for specific claims and not all your claims, then you're not required to submit the waiver request. But keep in mind, claims that don't fall under one of these claim-specific situations must be submitted electronically. If you think you meet one of the situations for your billing provider and all your claims, then you can perform a self-assessment and send a waiver request to First Coast. You can find a link in the video description below for instructions on submitting the waiver request. If you don't meet one of those exceptions, then you must submit claims electronically. So let's look at the different electronic transactions that you can use. First are the 837 transactions. These are the files for submitting electronic claims. This includes the 837I for institutional claims and the 837P for professional claims. Second is the 999 and 277CA for claim acknowledgement. These are electronic reports that you receive after submitting the 837 transactions. After you submitted your claim, the 999 and 277CA will provide you details for accepted or rejected claims. And lastly, the 835 for the remittance advice. This transaction is the electronic report that provides you the processing details for your claim, and you must use software to translate the file. Speaking of software, now that we reviewed the types of electronic transactions for your claims, let's look at the free software that's provided by CMS. We'll start with Direct Data Entry, or DDE. This system is for Medicare Part A providers and allows you to submit claims, perform claim corrections and adjustments, and check the claim status. To use DDE, you must obtain a connectivity service from an external company. We provide a list of the third-party connectivity vendors on our website. You can find this list of vendors and information to request a DDE user ID at the Getting Started with DDE link in the video description. PCAS is the next software that we'll discuss. This system is for Part A and Part B providers to submit claims and retrieve the acknowledgement and remittance files that we discussed. You must have a third-party network service vendor to use this software, and we provide a listing on our website. You can access the listing and the additional information at the Getting Started with PCAS link in the video description. Next is the software for remittance advices, and there's separate software for Part A and Part B. You can use PC Print for your Part A remittance advices and the Medicare Remit Easy Print, or MREP, for your Part B remittances. The software allows you to view and print the 835 electronic transactions for your remittance information. You can find the user manuals and programs for downloading from our EDI webpage, which is linked in the video description below. And last, I wanted to mention our free secure internet portal, the Spot. Spot allows you to access your remittances. And coming soon, it will also allow you to submit your claims for both our Part A and Part B providers. After you've assessed your waiver status, selected the electronic transactions that you need, and decided the applicable software, you must determine if you'll perform your own electronic transactions or have a vendor do it for you. And we provide guidance for selecting a vendor as well as a list of approved vendors on our EDI webpage. The decision will determine the selections that you make on the EDI enrollment form. You can find the link to the form in the video description, and you can find completion instructions linked within that form. That concludes the information that we wanted to share for establishing electronic transactions for your organization. Keep in mind to assess your organization and claims to see if you meet one of the waiver reasons. Familiarize yourself with the electronic transactions that you'll use. Download the applicable software that you need for your electronic transactions. And if you won't submit your own claims, choose a vendor from the approved listing. We hope that you learned the steps that you need to take after receiving your Medicare enrollment approval letter. Keeping these guidelines in mind will help ensure a smooth transition after your enrollment to transmitting electronic transactions. Make sure to check out the video description below for the links and resources that I mentioned and additional information. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to access more of our educational videos. And thanks for watching.